Morning, guys. I bet you can get where I'm going. Words. I bet you can guess where I'm going. Work until 7 tonight, so it's not as bad as closing, but normally on days like this I end up getting stuck and having to stay about half an hour later just because of how busy it is at the time. So let's hope that's not the case tonight, because I have so much work to do at home. Plus, on top of that, I went to start laundry this morning and have a shower, and the water was out. So that kind of limited what I could do for the day, or at least this morning. And now the wind's blowing in my face. So it's a Toronto Maple Leafs game today. So I actively decided not to wear my jersey or my sweater out in public today, because I've noticed that when I do, they lose. When I openly support them in public on a game day, we lose. I decided to just keep it hung up, not wear it today, even though it's so warm, but that's okay. I'm not going to do it anymore. Only on non-game days will I wear my jersey. Sorry for that stumble, I just tripped on the sidewalk.
Morning. I'm going to start using this camera. Ooh, hold that out really far. Anyways, reason why I'm going to start using this camera instead is because since it's going to be winter soon and very cold, since it's going to be winter soon and pretty cold, I don't want to be holding my iPhone 5 out like this and talking into it. I think it's a lot easier if I'm just holding like this thing, which has like a strap. I think that's going to be just way easier for me to do and a little bit safer as well, because I don't want to lose the iPhone. Not saying that I want to lose the vlogging camera, but it's just easier if I don't have this holding. Like this, doing that isn't as good. And I'd feel safer with that, because it's got the little strap thing and I can put it around my wrist, and if somebody tries to steal it, hopefully they don't, or the strap breaks. I'm kind of cheating. I'm looking, there's a mirror right there, and I'm kind of cheating to see where I am exactly. So, oh, that's good, like that. So I've basically got to put my arm completely out and stare right into the middle of the camera. That's the best way that works. We'll give it a go for today, see how it works. If it fails miserably, I'll switch back. So I think the biggest thing with this camera is that I'm gonna have to just make sure that it's like slightly pointing down, because I rewatched what I was recording and everything was like really high like this. And I guess when it's pointed directly at me, it is way too high. So I think I'm gonna have to make sure that it's slightly like that. Getting ready to go out. Gotta buy some tokens for the bus. So hopefully this works a little bit better. And I also get to wear gloves. So that's a huge plus for right now, because it's like almost 0 degrees right now with the wind, and hopefully my face is in focus. Just make sure my head is in frame. Yes, head was in frame. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm just walking to the lesson right now. I'm also kind of nervous to have that little meeting thing with the school. Mainly because I know that I just need to be firm with them and explain the situation, and I'm just afraid that they're just going to be all like, oh, well, too bad, this is what's going to happen, to which I can't really say anything at that point. Hopefully things work out, and hopefully I can get things all evened out and whatnot. I'm going the long way today, mainly because A, I don't think I would have made the faster bus. B, I want to see if I could walk the length. It's not that bad. Just like the little strappy thing from my arm. We'll do that one. People are honking and people are upset. Weird. I think everyone just wants to be home. I understand that. I want to be home as well. Alright. Almost there. I mean, you're on the other bus. Well, gonna make it on the other bus. I ran as soon as the lesson was up in the hopes that I could make it. And it says that I will. It's an exciting day. I think. It told me that, that there was about 4 minutes to go, so by this time I think there's about like 2 or so minutes. 2 minutes. Awesome. Okay. Tired. Running. Out of breath. So I don't know if you can see that. There you go. 2 buses that show up in about 20 minutes. That is the Burnley bus for you. It's the first time I've actually caught the 168 bus. So I don't know if you guys can even see me. If you can't, that's okay. So apparently the school has gone so far as to like start calling my students to move them around for me, which on one hand is nice that they're being so active, but on the other hand is really sucky because you know what? The lady that wants to speak to me about this whole thing is never there when I'm there. So it's one thing to like call me up during days when I'm not there and like try to reschedule my students for me, but it's another to like basically do this behind my back without any input from me. So that kind of sucks. To say that I'm a little upset is true. I'm not really enjoying this right now. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna tell Greg to come in on a Thursday and show up on Thursday instead. Or even get Greg to like call into the school and explain that he'd rather a Thursday just because that's more convenient for his schedule, etc., etc. So we'll see how that goes. Because frankly, I'm not losing this extra day. And I'm not losing this extra day because the person who wants to do it isn't actually in the office or whatever when I need her to. Actually, I asked them, I was like, hey, when is Anna going to be in? And they're like, oh, she's not going to be in until Saturday morning. And I'm like, yeah, great. You know what? I don't teach Saturday mornings. You know why? Because people don't have anyone scheduled for me on Saturday mornings. It's stupid. It's going to be an interesting couple of days. So I'm watching Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because, well, Leafs are losing, so watching Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's like the 8th episode, and finally it's getting kind of neat because they're dealing with something that has to do with one of the A-list Marvel characters. But it's just weird that it took them 8 episodes to do this. And yeah, it could be argued that like the very first episode had to do kind of with Iron Man, but it's a bit of a stretch. This, however, is kind of cool. It has to do with Thor, so I don't know, it's kind of neat. Plus, they have the guy from freaking Ghostbusters 2. He's like a professor kind of guy. Hopefully more of the episodes are like this. Much, much better episode than I would have thought. It's really actually really good so far. On the flip side of things, Leafs are now losing 4-1. I kind of want to see them pull Bernier and put Reimer in there. Back on the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, it was actually really good. There's about 9 minutes left in the episode. So far, I am thoroughly enjoying this episode. It's very good.
You mother... Smells, what is that?
Cheryl had never seen it before.
I'd never seen that before.
Apparently she had been without the internet for 3 days.
I haven't really looked at anything. I haven't been on anything except for Twitter. And when I've been on Twitter, I've just been like, okay.
You are home.
I'm home. Or for some reason, stupidly, was like, yeah, sure, I'll work a couple extra hours. And then, of course, you can't leave on time when that happens. But, yep, what was I saying? Oh,
But, yep.
I was like, yeah, sure, I'll work an extra 2 hours. And then, of course, we didn't close on time, so I ended up having to be there until, like, 9:30. And it's 10 o'clock, and I just got.
So, we're going to have dinner. I'm gonna have dinner because I've not eaten, and I think the only thing I ate today was peanut butter and bread.
Why did you not eat anything? And yet you yell at me for that.
Yeah, it was okay in the morning.
Just look at a head shake.
I can't turn it off like that anymore.
No, you can't. You're in my way of my Twitter viewing.
Oh, sorry. What is the McDonald's holiday pie?
Don't know.
Oh, it looks like a Christmas pie.
What's a Christmas pie?
It's got like Christmassy things.
What the heck is a Christmas pie? I know, and you used to make fun of me when you'd look at my footage because it was only from here up.
I wouldn't make fun of you.
Yes, you did.
No.
All the time. He always made fun of me. Always made fun of me.
What are you looking up?
What is a holiday pie? It's filled with custard surrounded by what is a confetti cake-like sugar cookie crust.
Why will you not grow bigger feet so we can share sandal thingies?
Because then, if my size are size men's 10, then women's shoes are going to be like size like 13, 14.
Can't even put them up.
You're breaking things.
You're breaking things.
No.
You're breaking my feet because I can't wear these things.
I didn't tell you to wear my slippers.
Your what?
Slippers. Sandals. You're bouncing all around.
You're bouncing all around.
You're moving.
Stop bouncing.
You're moving.
Stop bouncing.
I'm trying to sleep. Did somebody have some nachos delivered?
If you don't know what that means, it took me, I don't know how many years, to really just appreciate the fact that if Cheryl can't say something is delicious, she will just do this. Which is weird because as somebody who has Filipino parents, it's a big thing in the Philippines to eat with your hands. As a Filipino person, they would eat like that. They'd scoop with their fingers and they'd do this into their mouth kind of thing. So when Cheryl does this, it just reminds me of that, and it's weird. Did that even point at you?
I don't know when I started doing that either. I didn't do that as a child.
If something smells good, do
No.
you then do this?
No, I don't
You do that?
No.
That one?
No, I don't do that.
And if something sounds good, are you like, ooh?
No.
You're just like this?
No.
Ooh, sounds done. Or if something looks good, are you just like into your eye?
No. No, you're just being ridiculous. It is after 1 o'clock, and Chuck has found a ninja game.
It's called Clumsy Ninja.
He's currently floating him in the air with...
It's telling me to do it. And now it's telling me to pop the balloons. So I will pop them. Nope. Can't quite. Eh. There we go.
So that's happening. Night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye.